Hey, what's going on, Aquarius? How are you? Aquarius, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. You guys know I do appreciate your time and your energy so much. Aquarius, this will be your read for the first half of March of 2019. So roughly March 1st through the 15th of 2019, your general messages, okay? So this will be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Just take what messages resonate, leave what doesn't, because as you know, of course, these are general messages, so they won't resonate everywhere. Now, I did pull an overall energy here for you from the Black Moon Astrology cards. And the card that was pulled here was number 2, the Moon, and Soul. Okay. So Aquarius, I do feel like coming into March, or overall through this through this time frame of the first half of March, I feel like a lot of you, your intuition is definitely going to be like, on lock. Your intuition is definitely going to be active. You're just going to be feeling a lot of things in your soul. Okay. This is interesting, Aquarius, because you guys are coming, I think you guys are coming off, oh no, wait, you guys are coming off of your new moon. So, depending on when you're watching this, the full moon hasn't occurred yet, but the most recent new moon was in Aquarius in February. Okay. So I think that a lot of you are, it's still just, you're operating in this moment where a lot of your intuition is just really active. There's things that are just kind of happening behind the scenes that you just kind of seem to just kind of know or be in the know about, not necessarily able to explain it. But let's pull some tarot here. This also could be talking about a lot of you Aquarius. You may be finding things out that you didn't know before. But let's pull the tarot here to see what the tarot has to add. Here. All right, just be patient with me while I get everything plucked. Right, and then my card under the deck will go here. All right. All right, so what does the tarot have to add? Let's see. Okay, so the 3 of Swords. Okay, Aquarius. Wow. So, all right. So, generally speaking, coming into March, you may be like disappointed about something. You may be just kind of a little bit saddened about something that you found out. Maybe there was something that was confirmed that you found out. Something that you kind of already known, just, in your bones or in your spirit or in yourself, right? You just had kind of already known it. Something is just something is being brought up. There's some news being discussed, or there's something being discovered. And it breaks your heart. It does. And I hate to deliver that news, but fuck, that's the 3 of Swords for you, right? I'm sorry, these cards. I wonder if anybody else, like any other readers, have to straighten them up. But I feel like for a lot of you, that's like the energy that you're working with. A lot of you, there's like this maybe kind of some sort of like OCD that you might be having. Or I don't know, maybe your emotional state or your intuition has kind of got you into a point to where like you're almost a little neurotic, or almost, kind of a little bit afraid that things are going to disappoint you before they really do. Just because it's like you kind of just already feel like they will anyway. And sorry to have such a heavy message there, but again, that's the 3 of Swords. But let's pull some more cards and see what else comes out. Okay, so the Empress. All right. Okay, so the Empress here in the past energy, I get the feeling where Okay, so for some of you, and I do apologize, for some of you, there's this energy where you are maybe finding out some news about maybe a parent, or you're finding out some news that either you're pregnant or someone else is pregnant around you, that it was like your biggest fear that it would happen, and then it happened. Or there's something that is being nurtured and something that's being grown, or something that is taking place, something that is coming to fruition that you don't necessarily agree with, or it kind of just goes against your own morals. However, it is something though that, again, I just feel like, you knew it would come to that point anyway. Yeah, the Six of Swords. So yeah, so I think that a lot of you had kind of already been, again, mentally kind of preparing yourself for a little while now to kind of move away from something so that maybe the disappointment doesn't hurt so much. There's a little bit of like detachment here, I feel. Or you trying to separate yourself, trying to detach yourself from some sort of heartache. Maybe you're kind of slowly moving away from something that you don't want to see come to fruition. Like, there's like you're making the decision to maybe like stunt the growth of something because of you not wanting to see like where it ends up. Oh, what are you guys dealing with, Aquarius? And I'm not trying to sound funny here, but let's pull some more cards here. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So Aquarius, yeah, you've definitely seen an ending. It's like, you ever read, are you ever watching the movies and, you see that weird guy standing out in the street with the sign saying the end is nigh, the end is nigh. I feel like a lot of you have kind of been kind of saying that in your head for some time now. It's like, something was brewing and growing and developing, but yeah, you found something out, and now you just want to be able to kind of move as far away as you can from it. You're putting it an ending to it. You're nipping it in the bud. You're not going to allow it to depress you. You're not going to allow it to disappoint you, is how I feel. Because you've kind of already been disappointed by, kind of, for some of you, like if you saw it coming and you had this vision of it coming, it's like it was the vision of it that disappointed you. So once it really actually finally came to pass and it happened, it was really easy for you to just kind of cut your losses and say, okay, now it's ended. I can go ahead and move forward. And, yeah. Well, let's see what this card is. Five of Pentacles. Okay, yeah, I still feel like, yeah, for again, just for a while of you, for a few of you, for a while now, you have been, just kind of already just experiencing lack anyway. And I think that's what have kind of made you kind of realize maybe what was going on, or that things weren't really all that they seemed to be, you know, it's kind of what maybe activated your intuition a little bit, where you've been experiencing lack, you've been experiencing disappointment, and you're like, what is this energy, what is it related to, what is it tied to, what is this energy that you're ready to escape from tied to? And what it is that you've kind of, again, just seen something already coming, and you knew that it was brewing, or maybe you didn't know that it was brewing, but it was brewing and it was developing. But maybe as it developed more and more, I feel like maybe there were just parts of it that you saw that you just weren't really completely happy with. Okay, so Two of Pentacles. So now there's this balancing act, Aquarius, where it's like, for some of you, it's like you're faking the funk, you know, you're faking the funk until the end, where, you know, you're still doing things that, you know, kind of keep the status quo of, you know, your current environment. You know, you're not rocking the boat, you're not trying to rock the boat too much. You know, you're kind of just keeping to your routine, you know. Yeah, but even still, you know, you do have this other side of you that kind of really knows what's up, and that's really, you know, ready to move past that hurt and past that pain. But there's like, it's possible this hold of, you know, am I going to be alone now? Or, you know, am I going to be as stable now? Hopes and fears is the Temperance. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, this is speaking to the position that you've been kind of held in for a minute now. Like, you've kind of been really, again, you know, balancing out the energy here. You really have not made any real decisions. Like, for some of you, it's like, you know, it's like, how can I say this? It's where something has occurred, or something has presented itself, or your intuition has led you to believe something that has shifted your position or shifted your perspective on how you see or saw this situation or a relationship. And it's almost as if it's like, I knew this was going to happen anyway. I felt it, you know. So it's like a lot of you are kind of be like just operating from this very detached place, because you've kind of already experienced the grieving process prematurely. But you're still balancing out maybe certain responsibilities here that, you know, or obligations here that you might have to deal with at the same time. So it's just like, you know, it's like maybe only a matter of time before, you know, it's like, wow. Okay, let's see what the outcome card. So, okay, so the Six of Cups comes here and the outcome card. I like this. Okay, I'm going to tell you why I like this, though. I do feel like I like it because I feel like what you end up moving towards during the end of this particular situation that you've put to an end, or that came to an end abruptly, I feel like you're moving towards a familiar and happier time in your life. So maybe you're going back home, or you're having to move back home to or you're considering moving back home to, like, you know, your childhood home. Or maybe you're considering going back to like an ex-partner who, you know, you feel like was the one that always treated you right, or something like that. Or maybe you're just moving towards something that you've always wanted to do, like a dream that you've always had since you were younger, that you've always wanted to do, but you never really did. And it's kind of been like a dream deferred. So like you're moving towards that. But again, you're in this energy where it's just like, you're not really moving forward because you don't want to disrupt a certain balance, or you're afraid to you know, ripple the waters a little bit. But the thing about it is that you're trying to move away from the troubled waters into smoother waters, but you're trying to figure out the best way to do that. You know, like the smoothest way to do that, you know. It's like you've emotionally, it's like, okay, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's almost like you've emotionally checked out of this relationship or this situationship, or just this situation in general, whatever it is. You've already kind of emotionally checked out or you've kind of already emotionally gotten over something or someone before the decision to actually really separate from them. And it's really because, you know, it's like your intuition is like leading you to believe certain things. Or I'm not saying leading you to believe certain things, but your intuition is showing you certain things, or you're feeling certain things, or you're just not feeling how you used to. Let's look at the card under the deck. Death. So yeah, the transformation begins. So definitely there's a metamorphosis that's happening within you, Aquarius. I think this is the reason why this is happening. Like, yeah, things just cannot be the same, you know? Things just cannot be the same anymore. And the reason why this Three of Swords is here is because it may be heartbreaking for you to deal with the fact that you are going to have to change, or that something does have to come to an end. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you have been experiencing some sort of lack there anyways, you know, whether, you know, you thought you were going to experience a lot of abundance here, you know, you've really been experiencing a lot of lack, and you really have probably been putting in a lot more work than, you know, than you're comfortable with. So it's like, yeah, so for a lot of you, yeah, you're just feeling as though you need to move back to a happier time in your life. And, or you're feeling that you just need to make, or, you know, you're feeling yourself, you're feeling your changes happen as they occur. And a lot of you are being kind of guided to come back home, or to go back to some sort of simpler time or happier time, or back to your roots in some sort of way, to make that change a lot more smoothly, or to make that transformation a lot more smoothly. So let's draw 3 clarifying cards. Wow, cards don't want to shuffle right. All right, let's try this one more time. Let's get a good shuffle to clarify this reading for Aquarius. Thank you. Okay, so we got the 3 of Cups. All right. So there could be people right now in your corner that are supporting you, that that really want to see the best of the outcome from you. Now, on the other hand, though, there could be people that are around you, Aquarius, that you feel maybe kind of like giving off negative vibes. And I say that because we do have 2 threes at the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Swords. So it could be like maybe a difference of opinion when it comes to your friends. Like they may not necessarily be agreeing or happy. Okay, the Magician. I don't want that one. Oh. Okay, the 3 of Cups, the Magician, and the Devil. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you Aquarius, this has kind of almost been something where like, okay, this is how these cards tie into this reading for me. For a lot of you, it's really going to be in support of your friends. Like they're going to be saying, okay, you know what, Aquarius, like you were happier when this was going on. You were happier more at this part or at this point in your life. So what can we do now to, you know, kind of make things as though they were at that point, and not necessarily like say you're needing to like live in the past or anything. That's not what I'm saying. It's just more so where your friends or your people that are in your support system or around you, they may be giving you certain advice, or they may be showing you things about yourself that make you realize, okay, you know what, I was a little bit happier when I was doing this. So maybe let me kind of incorporate this back into my life a little bit more. And maybe that will pull me up out of this very, very dark energy that you could be leading down towards if you, resist this transformation that is happening, right? And I think that for a lot of you, your friends are there to assist you in that transformation. Even if it means that you're having to go back home, or maybe take a step down. You know, for some of you, it's like a humbling experience that you're going to have to do. But you feel intuitively, though, that it is the right thing to do because it is what's going to help you change and, you know, kind of, in a way, blossom. Kind of like realign yourself in a way. How can we navigate through this energy for Aquarius? Okay, we got 2 cards to fall out. Let me get them. Well, this first card here that actually landed on the thing was the Dagger. Conflict and danger lie in wait. And then we also have the Stars. A long journey brings rewards. I actually like this because I do feel with these 2 cards here, I do feel like it's kind of like a nod to if you kind of hang on to this energy, and then a nod to if you kind of, you know, move forward into, you know, changing and, you know, reshaping and, you know, transforming your life, you know, which a lot of you are being guided towards doing anyways, but just based off of this reading. So with the Dagger here, I definitely feel like, yeah, this is where you're having this mindset of, you know, you're concentrating on, you know, all the things that didn't work out, or you're concentrating on maybe, you know, old ideals and old mindsets that just aren't working anymore. And the conflict or the danger there is you know, just kind of like just repeating the cycle and putting yourself through this unnecessary pain over and over and over again and not healing, you know, or not healing fully. But with the Stars card here, the Stars card tells us a long journey brings rewards. And guess what? In the traditional tarot deck, the star is your card, Aquarius. So even though this is stars in plural, I just do feel like, you know, this is like an abundance of, you know, like dream after dream after dream, goal after goal after goal coming to fruition for you because you're lining yourself more into, you know, you're going with the grain as opposed to going against the grain. Whew. Aquarius. Very thick reading. Not a bad reading, just very thick. Let me know how this works out in the comment box for you below. You guys know I do appreciate your likes, your shares, and your comments. I read all of them, even though I can't respond to everyone, but I do read them all. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can. Just email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. If you're watching this in February, then you can still take advantage of the love reading special that I am doing for the month of February only. So if you're watching this in February, you still have time to book that reading. All of the details about that will be in the description box below. Please subscribe if you haven't. I do invite you to. In Aquarius, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. Enjoy your March. Bye.